All right. Hi, Dr. Parker Bell. I'm going to be doing my resource presentation on the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So let me share my screen. I'm going to begin by showing the website itself, and then I'm going to move into this presentation that I made. So here is the website itself. It's located on, as you can see up here, the U.S. Bureaucratic of Labor Statistics website. So you scroll down here, has all these search options. You can also click on the categories. It has a featured occupation. You can search by the letter, as well as these different categories here. So I'm gonna switch over to my presentation I made, and I'll talk, of course, more about the website in here, as well as have pictures talking about each aspect of the website. So let me share this PowerPoint here. No, not share. Present. There we go. Present. Alrighty, so Occupational Outlook Handbook. So, like I said, it's on the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. This is an economics website with daily updates on things that impact people's jobs and the market itself. So this handbook is a publication by the Bureau so that people can use that to look for occupations that they might be interested in. All right, so here's that page that we just looked at. The occupation of the day was zoologist. Yeah, and it has these different categories that you can search by so that you can search for things a variety of different ways, which is positive. All right, so some of the key features are that you can search the occupations by a range of ways, including pay, what education level you have or that you're looking to have, the level of on-the-job training that you would need, the number of jobs in a given area, and the job outlook, which again is like how much the field is growing and is also expected to grow in the coming years. So that can be it's helpful like statistical data, and it's accurate statistical data since it is run by the government, so it's updated information. Good at looking those numbers related to jobs. All right, so if you click on a job, this is what that page looks like. So here for a bartender, we can see the median pay, average pay per hour, education, work experience, etc. It also has descriptions about work environment, how to become a bartender. And so that is helpful as well. It's not just number information. There's also some short descriptions here. Granted, those descriptions are short, but it's good to have them nonetheless, so it's not just number information. Okay, so ways people can browse are by a variety of categories, which is nice. It's not like you just have to go through a huge list of jobs. You can go through it in a variety of different categories. So some offered information is reading about the job, state and area data, work environment, and the other things listed here. Something about the site that I didn't notice on another site is a description of the work environment. I feel like that hasn't been something that I've seen in the resources that we've explored in class. So I thought that was interesting. Like even for the bartender one, it says like you work in a restaurant, it's busy, there's lots of people, lots of social interaction. I thought that was very interesting, um, and a helpful resource for people to know what kind of environment this job entails. So the benefits of this website are the pay and income data, that it's region specific. So you can look up your town or your city, see what that job looks like there, how common it is, what the pay is like. It can lead to helpful links. So example, like on that bartender page, you could click on how to be a bartender and perhaps look at some more resources of what other people have done. And yeah, it could be good for people who like to see the numbers of things. So, for example, seeing that pay, seeing how common the job is, seeing the expected growth rate of the field, things like that would be really good for some people. All right, so some drawbacks. I noticed that there was a limited list of occupations, including no art therapy. There's no search bar specifically for the Outlook Handbook. There's a search bar for the entire site of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but not just for the handbook. And since it is so statistics based, it's a little bit of inaccessible language if people aren't comfortable with numbers. They may be kind of like, oh, well, I don't really know like what expected growth rate is considered good or what's low, or what's average. Like there might just be a little bit of a gap there of people not really understanding. Or even people who don't have experience knowing exactly even about salaries or what type of wage is fair to ask for a certain job. So it takes some of that social aspect out of it and just kind of gives you the numbers. So I think it's lacking in that human experience element where it's like, I think it would be helpful if you look at this website to also look at a resource where people have shared their experience about the job and what it was like for them and things like that that kind of humanize those numbers. And also there's no assessment available, so people can browse careers, but they can't like take a test or see what jobs are most compatible with them using only this website. Okay, so here is the closest you can get to an art therapist on the website. It's a substance abuse, behavioral disorder, and mental health counselor. So yeah, this is as close as you can get to art therapy on the website. So if you weren't looking at other resources or other websites, you might actually really be limiting yourself on what your possibilities could be. So client applicability. I think that this site definitely has some great benefits. I would typically, I think, save this for later in the career search after they've already done their assessments. They've already figured out what their interests are, what compatibilities they have with certain jobs, and then go to this website to look at maybe just like a few careers. So already have that search narrowed down so that they can look at specific numbers, such as income, or like, yeah, the job in their area, how it's growing or changing, maybe job availability, maybe get some of those number specifics if they want that. But I just think it would be good going into the handbook to already have an idea of a career or a couple careers that you want to specifically look into. Yeah, and also since it doesn't have an assessment and it's got limited options, I don't think it's good for an initial search early on in career counseling. All right, and I think I am about at my time, but that was my presentation for the occupational career handbook, Outlook handbook, whatever it's called. Yeah, but that was it. Please feel free to, ask further questions or for clarification. It was nice to check out this site that I've never looked at before. So yeah, all right. Thank you so much.